Yo, welcome to another episode of the GOAT Report Pod. I'm your boy TMan.
And I'm your boy Dre. And then you can definitely see us on all social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. So it's no excuse. You can definitely check us out. All hot topics.
Most definitely go ahead and click those links and subscribe. Um, hey man, it's a new year. I know the holidays been a little busy. How's the
Definitely.
holiday season though?
Crazy as always, especially, with family. So, just making sure all those delivery options, man, they get there on time. I'll be looking at my emails for like 2 weeks, 2, 3 weeks, a month. I'm like, yo, I hope they don't get slowed up.
Right.
So definitely everything worked out, and you know, getting through Christmas was the main thing, but everything else was
Yeah.
smooth, man.
Yeah, nah, man. We had a pretty busy holiday season for sure, man. We spent, Thanksgiving in Dallas with my
Mhm.
wife's family. And then, traveling with kids is a struggle itself
Right.
going through the airport, especially
Mhm.
Hartsville, Jackson. But
Oh yeah.
man, I'm telling you, but we spent Christmas here in Georgia. We had some of my wife's family come out, my nephews and her sister, and did a joint Christmas get together with my family as well. So
That's what's
I
up.
can't complain. But again, like we said, happy 2025. It's a new year. We blessed to be here again
Yes,
for
yeah.
another year and giving y'all great content. So, hey man, we gonna get right to it.
Hmm.
Hey brother, we entering in the last week of the regular season of the NFL. Man, we got some key games today. I know we got Pittsburgh and Cincy. Cincy has to win to keep their playoff aspirations alive.
Hmm.
Lamar's still going for that MVP. I know they play today. I believe they play Cleveland
Yep.
today as well as a part of that double hitter for this Saturday.
Yep.
Sunday we got. I don't know if the Bills are gonna sit Josh Allen with him being in the MVP race, but I know they got New England and man, I don't even want to talk about the Falcons. I don't even care. I don't let this season go, so I don't care what they do, man. It is what it is with that.
Yeah.
And we got the big matchup tomorrow night for the number one spot in the NFC with the Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
man, what's your thoughts on the NFL season as it's about to wrap up as we're going into the playoffs?
It's been pretty good so far for me, other than the obvious stress of my hometown team. But but I feel like um it's really no gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be too much of a surprise to me as far as who's gonna take it all away. So I know we're gonna have to talk about Super Bowl picks
Mhm.
and MVP. So I mean, which one you want to start with first? Are we gonna go with the MVP picks of the year? Or...
Yeah, man, let's start with the MVP, man. We'll get into the suit. We got business to handle with them before we even talk about who's gonna win the whole thing. Man, let's get right to it. Who's your MVP so far?
Dude, I'm a big I like Josh Allen, man, for MVP.
Hmm.
I just know that I'm not gonna see it, and that's
Right,
just officially my prediction. I'm thinking Patrick Mahomes is definitely gonna get that MVP. I mean, they're not gonna ignore the fact that his team is what 15-1 right now.
yeah,
At least so it's like it's and then the publicity around that team as well. It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of like how Golden State was in their prime, with
right.
Curry. So it's just like I feel like whether I want uh Josh Allen to win or not, I feel like it's gonna go to Patrick Mahomes this year for sure.
Mhm.
But I'd rather see Josh Allen get that this year. I've seen a
Mhm.
lot of good plays from him this year. It's an exciting team. I think they are gonna play him tomorrow. So that'd be a good look going into the playoffs to see he's still going strong. And if they decide to sit him out, cool. You know what I mean? Give your star players some rest. I know it's going to probably upset some fans, but you want to see your team win, right? So it is what it is. But I'm definitely going Josh Allen, but I think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes, man. What you think?
See, man, my MVP pick is the same. MVP pick is the same as you with Josh Allen. The only difference with me, I think, is going to come down between Lamar and
Mhm. Mhm.
Josh Allen. And I'm conflicted because I know Lamar has better stats in every category with the exception of rushing touchdowns. Um, but for me, man, I'm taking Josh Allen, number one, because they have a better record. They have two less losses than Lamar.
Mhm.
Um, Lamar and them have had some bad losses on their season that I
Yeah.
don't think we can look past. And make no mistake about it, Lamar is having the best statistical season thus far of his professional career.
Mhm.
But we also got to take into account he has two other Pro Bowlers on that offense with him. And Zay Flowers made the Pro Bowl, and
Yes.
Derrick Henry, arguably one of the top two running backs in the game,
For
made the
sure.
Pro Bowl as well.
Mhm.
Josh Allen doesn't have that. Josh Allen doesn't have that. I know Lamar has 39 passing touchdowns to Josh Allen's 25, but
Yeah.
Lamar only has four rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen has 11.
Mm.
So in terms of QBR, Lamar Jackson is number one. Josh Allen is number three.
Yeah.
Again, Josh Allen and more than likely are going to finish off second in the AFC.
Mhm.
And Lamar just got out of a close battle for his own division, where Buffalo, it was never a question if they were going to win the division. So,
Yeah.
man, I just think that and just Josh Allen accounts for so much of his team's offense.
Yeah.
Again, he didn't, he just got Amari Cooper at the seventh game of the season. He
Mm.
was 4-2 throughout the first six games, and that's with him not only losing Stephon Diggs. People also forget he lost Gabe Davis to the Jacksonville Jaguars as well. He lost both of his star wideouts.
Yeah.
So I think Josh Allen, when we talk about most valuable player, this man has been carrying his team.
Yeah.
And make no mistake about it, Lamar and Josh Allen to me are the top two. I definitely think they're better than Patrick. I think they're more talented than Patrick
Talent.
Mahomes. Just look at the game. Sometimes we look at stats and championships. No,
Yeah.
football is the ultimate team sport. Look at the games. Man, they superheroes on that field with that ball. So I
Yeah.
got a lot of appreciation for Lamar. I think he's top two in my opinion. But again, when I think about MVP, Josh Allen, I mean, man, has been carrying the Buffalo Bills. No one thought they were going to finish second in the AFC when they lost Stephon Diggs. And then
Yeah.
when they lost Gabe Davis as well, it was an argument whether he was going to win his own division.
Mm.
But they about to finish second in the AFC, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You're doing more with a lot less. It definitely shows why your MVP candidacy should definitely be at the top. To your point, like you said, the Ravens still got a lot to look at right now as far as offense is concerned. So if your quarterback is diving into the end zone, risking his own body as your star player, not only just your star quarterback, but your star player, what I mean, who's willing to sacrifice himself for some wins, man, and getting them that far to the top, that's a good look for him, man. And I hope that the league recognizes that as far as the fans too. Don't get caught up in too much in the spotlight, like you said.
nah, without a doubt. I mean, what's your thoughts on the Ravens? Like, dude, I know they've came on strong as of late. Their
Yeah.
defense is playing better because I mean their secondary was atrocious to start the season. I mean, really through like the first 10 games, but they are coming on strong. Let's say Josh Allen and Lamar met up in the playoffs. Who would you take in that matchup?
Um, I'm gonna still take the Bills, man. It seems like Lamar has a hump he has to get over as far as getting through the playoffs,
Mm.
especially like getting to that next level. As talented as a quarterback as he is, and I'm not saying that it's not possible for him to do this year, because maybe they had their worst of their season already, and they could be getting over those mistakes. But as far as somebody who was already prepared to take the team to the next level, as we've seen so far, I'm gonna go hold with Bills, man. If the Bills have to play the Ravens, then it's gonna be Bills all the way.
No, I'm definitely with you on that. I mean, that is a good point. The Ravens do they're like the Cincinnati Bengals. They do start off slow
Hmm.
and they usually pick up the pace. I mean, you can always pencil in Baltimore for about 2 to 3 losses that they have no business losing. Like
Right.
that Raiders loss had to come on, y'all.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any doubt that they would pick it up. They do that all the time. Now
Hmm.
with Cincy, what their slow starts, that's legendary. I mean, and it's
Yeah.
coming back to bite them this year, I believe, because
Hmm.
I don't think they're going to do enough to make the playoffs, which is a shame because Joe Burrow is, man, having a historical season at the quarterback position. But man, I don't know, man. That would be a big time matchup. See, I'm of the mindset you should wait. I know MVP is a regular season award.
Hmm.
Man, sometimes I think you should wait to determine that after the playoffs too. That's
Yeah.
just my opinion
Yeah.
because, man, sometimes people have great seasons, but when they get in that playoff matchup
That dog, man.
with someone that they're battling for with MVP,
Yeah.
no, let's see. Because there's
Yeah.
a possibility that the Ravens and the Bills are gonna match up in the playoffs based on the seedings after tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm of the mindset, man, let's see after the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's see who if they match up, let's see who comes off of that field victorious. And then I think that should be the determining factor uh,
Mm.
who wins
Yeah.
the MVP. That's I know it's a regular season
Right.
award, but man, I'm conflicted because I did see the Ravens beat down the Bills at
Yeah.
the beginning of the year, but again, that was before the Bills got Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
And I mean, I believe the Bills had two rookie wide receivers at the time going up against Lamar, and they beat them down. But see,
Right.
now, man, you get Josh Allen with a number one wideout, and now Keon Coleman, who's coming on, he's a big target, a big time receiver. He is a rookie, but now
Yeah.
he gets to go to the number two wideout position, and you got a route running extraordinaire in Amari Cooper with Josh Allen, who
Right.
I'm gonna be honest, man, we owe a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator for the Bills and Joe Brady. Man,
Mm.
Josh Allen is playing smart, methodical type of football this season. I mean, he's only at 5 interceptions for the season.
Yeah.
For Josh Allen, that's a big win because as much as he'll throw touchdowns, look great on the field, rush for touchdowns, he throws
Right.
through because he's a gunslinger. But man, I like what I'm seeing. He's cut the turnovers down. And again, he has 25 passing touchdowns, but he has 11 rush touchdowns. So, man, I think the greatness of Josh Allen with Cook in the backfield, Amari and Coleman on both wideout as both his wideouts, man, I think it's going to be a showdown between them two
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they were to meet.
If they were to meet, yeah. And that would be pretty exciting to look at too, like you said, man. I just hope that it is the game that we do want to see, and I hope they both perform because yeah, I hope they both perform in a way that we like, okay, it's obvious. It's obviously they both deserve to be in this the candidacy race, but like this is the guy right here. So we'll see, man. I like the Bills though. I like the Bills as much as I like Lamar. I think it's gonna be I think they're gonna give it to Josh Allen, man. And let's see what happens.
Right. Let me ask you this. Do you think either one of them can go into can because we know it's going through Kansas City, the NFC. Think either one of them can go into Kansas City and beat? Well, let me rephrase that. Who do
Hmm.
you think has the best chance to go into Kansas City and take down Lamar after what we've seen coming up on the last week of the NFL season?
I'm still gonna go with Josh.
You like Josh?
I like Josh, man. I think, like you said, he's playing smart. I think when you have to realize how to win with less, obviously he got some pieces at the end of the season, like you said, but he's already had to deal with not having them. So worst case scenario, he's already playing around all of that stuff that he had to deal with in the beginning of the season. So I feel like he's learned how to win with and without. Kansas City obviously is the they've had that chemistry for a minute now. But it's like if anybody's going to take them down, it's going to be Josh Allen, man. I'm gonna have to go with that. It's going to be the
Yeah.
Bills.
I mean, let's be honest. He does always. I know. Number one, he's beat Patrick Mahomes 3 times in the regular season.
Hmm.
The playoffs, he hasn't had success yet, but individually, he's always outplayed Patrick Mahomes. It's just the Chiefs as a team, man. I think you're right. I'm, man, I think if Lamar stuck to who he is, he could do it. But I didn't like what I saw last year. And I don't blame Lamar. I blame the coaching.
Mm,
Last year, y'all had it laid out for y'all to go to the Super Bowl. Kansas City had to come to Baltimore. Y'all were the number one rushing team in the NFL. And y'all
right.
run the ball a total of 6 times against Patrick Mahomes. That's how y'all lost.
Mm,
That's how y'all lost. Y'all ran the ball a total of 6 times in the AFC Championship in Baltimore, and y'all were the number one rushing team.
right.
I need Lamar to play to his strength, and Lamar does have a 2-4 playoff record. Man, I would love to see the Ravens and the Eagles in the Super Bowl, but man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have enough faith that Lamar and the Ravens are gonna play to their strengths and not
Get caught up in that
to the
limelight,
style
man.
of Kansas City.
Yeah, yeah, they get caught up in that superstar. They see that shit and they go, "Oh, we got to change it up now." No,
Right,
go benefit you through the rest of the season.
right,
Numbers are those numbers for a reason.
right, right. You got all that green grass, you still trying to throw it, man. Take off. That's what you do. You
Yeah,
Michael Vick 2.0. Michael Vick saw any green grass, he gone.
right.
Like, man,
Yeah,
stop. Listen, the passing is great, but you don't have the wideouts to be wasting time trying to wait on them to develop routes when you got 30 yards of green grass in front of you.
yeah,
That's how you beat Kansas City. Man, don't adapt to what they're doing. They throw the ball. They have a throwing offense.
right.
Run,
Exactly.
running the ball is second for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sorry. That is not how y'all. First off, y'all have the advantage if you run the ball. You're the best, one of the best running teams that eats clock up. That's how you beat Patrick Mahomes. You keep his ass on the sideline. That's how you beat him. Keep
Yeah,
him cold on the sideline.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Y'all playing into their hands when you trying to throw the ball as much as they throwing. And no, that's what they do. That's what they always have done. No, y'all are a run first. And if the receivers get open quick enough before the run is available, then we throw it.
and
Man,
that's what
come on,
the
man.
problem is
Like,
too. We've seen so many teams just throughout sports in general. You
right.
never play the team. You never play the style of play that the team that you're playing.
Exactly.
You stick to how you got there. And
Right.
anytime, like you said, anytime we've ever seen a team try to emulate whatever that team's success was that they playing, it never goes well. You don't have the same pieces that they have.
Never.
And you don't have the same structure that they have. They
Right.
structures that way for a reason. So mentally, it must be a coaching thing over there because mentally, for you to have switched your entire playing style just to win a game that you knew wasn't a good look,
Mm,
it's like I don't know, man. This year, I'm hoping that's what I mean by that hump of them getting over those Ravens, man. It's just like if they stick to their guns this year, maybe. But like if y'all gonna keep having, going into the same game plan every playoff season, we just might as well just write them off. Lamar's a great player for sure, and he does have some great pieces, but he, something's holding you back.
yeah.
Got to fix that issue for sure.
Yeah.
But so with that being said, though, who you got going to the Super Bowl this year? What's the top two?
Man, I got Philly coming out of the NFC. And for me, I don't think it's gonna be a question. I think they're going to the Super Bowl. And I think out of all the teams we discussed, I know we talked about Josh Allen has the best opportunity and chances to beat Patrick Mahomes in the AFC, but the NFL as a whole, man, I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I honestly don't feel like they have a weakness. I
Mm,
mean, they're number one in total defense. They're number one in pass defense. I know they're number 10 in rushing defense, but they're number three in scoring defense and number one in time of possession. That's the formula. to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Right
Yeah.
there. That's the formula right there. You have a defense that can get after Kansas City with that front seven. You got those two rookie pass rushers from Georgia that's tearing the league up. You got a formidable linebacker core that can force turnovers for the opposing team. And then you got a seasoned cornerback in Darius Slay on one side and Q Mitchell on the other side, who's having a dynamic rookie season. And
Yeah.
so not only can they stop you on defense and they could get after the quarterback, they can defend the pass. They're also number one in time of possession. Like they're always top five, but this year they're number one. So they can stop you and they have the ability to keep your ass off the field. That's a formula to beat Kansas City. And not to
And
mention on the other side of the ball, you have a dual quarterback in Jalen Hurts. You have the best running back who just cracked 2,000 yards in Saquon. You
yeah.
got two dogs. I'm very high on A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I think they're the best wide receiver duo in the NFL.
Mhm.
So, what weakness do they have? They can run the ball, they can pass the ball if, you know, the offensive coordinator gives Jalen Hurts the options to throw the ball. I don't think it's his inability to throw. I think it's the play calling.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of Saquon is that dude, but don't forget you have two of the best wide receivers on both sides of the ball that can run routes, and they're both deep threats.
Mhm.
Um, but they can stop you on defensively, and they could keep you off the field. So that's my pick to win the whole thing. What's your
Yeah.
feelings on that?
Yeah, I'm thinking the Eagles as well. I mean, they are number one in defense. And then plus, you know, it's gonna be Eagles and Chiefs for me. Like
Yeah.
that matchup is definitely gonna come back around. I mean, the Eagles they only lost by three that last Super Bowl. What was it, 38-35?
Hmm.
And that was a close game as it is. Now, mind you, I'd rather that matchup be the Eagles taking it. I don't need to see another story about Now I'm not hating. I'm just saying we got to switch this shit. We need to see like a real game. We need to see a real dog fight, and I need to see somebody take down Goliath.
Yeah.
Like, like we got to stop this whole three-piece shit. Like, yo, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's the same story every year. Like, and if the Eagles are the ones that have to do it, being that they playing the way they playing, you can't argue with those stats. And like you said, if they number one in time of possession and it's keeping Patrick Mahomes off the field, we all good out here. We don't got that man out there improv plays, throwing to Travis Kelsey you know what I mean, getting touched. Keep his offense cold that whole time. And if Saquon got to run through three, four dudes, they linemen to make it happen, then so be it. Make it happen. But if I'm seeing from what I'm seeing this year, I would love to see the Eagles take that W in the Super Bowl, man. That'd definitely work for me.